Hello and welcome to a product video of the Weaving GD. This is our Trail GD 4001T. This is new for 2019. We also do this in 4 metre, obviously 4.8, 6, 6.4 and 8 metres. We also do 2 mounted models, which is a 3 metre grain only and a 3 metre grain and fert. The actual workings of the drill are very similar to the old model. We still use our accord type metering unit that's 25% bigger than a standard metering unit. It's fully stainless steel, so when you have a grain and fertiliser machine, this means that it doesn't matter if you put it in the 60-40 split, it doesn't matter which side. When it comes to our integral hopper, we use an accord metering unit with a stainless steel drop box. It drops into the box and then down the pipe, and it's fed into the main metering unit of the machine. All GD drills come with RDS technology, electrics. The trail drills are standard with the new iSOCAN colour touchscreen box. They're isobus ready, and they can also do variable seed rate with an unlock code. The mounted models on a grain only machine has the basic RDS Artemis light, and the grain and fert, because it's running 2 motors, goes up to the iSOCAN control. One clever thing with the iSOCAN control is this can run up to 4 motors on one control box. So this means that customers only have to look at one screen when drilling and only have to flick through different sections to whatever process or calibration they want to change. At the rear of the machine, we have our Metre low pressure wheels. These wheels only work when the machine is being turned on the headland. When you're actually working up and down the field, they're only brushing the surface. All the weight is transferred onto the coulters. If you want to work in a cultivated situation, we've also got a pressure switch, which turns your seed on and off, but the bottom switch adjusts your pressure for the double acting rams on the back wheels, so you can take the weight if you would wish to. The GD drill is built up over 2 rows, so 2 rows of separate coulters. The distance between the rows is 1.7 metres. This is for trash flow, allowing large amounts of cover crops or straw through the machine when in work. When it comes to the coulter is on a parallel linkage. Each coulter has a hydraulic ram with a 100mm ram stroke on it. When we set the machine up, we have 50mm in, 50mm out. This equals 450mm of coulter travel. The actual coulter itself is on a centre kingpin. This allows the coulter to float. This also allows the coulter to run dead true when in work. So as you see here, we've got the serrated disc does the cutting. The little disc maintains the slot open at a 25-degree angle. We place the seed down between the flap, and then we just gently roll it shut with our rubber press wheel. Also on the coulter, we've got our rubber exhaust boot. We blow the air to the top of the coulter, then we let 50% of the air out so then the seed can free fall. When you have a grain and fertiliser machine, they are double piped, and then we have what we call a steel Y coulter. The fertiliser is introduced to the coulter at a 45-degree angle, so we get an even mix. One clever thing we've got with our GD coulter is our quick fit seed tube. When wanting to do maintenance, i.e. changing your plastic scraper, or if you get a blockage in very wet conditions, the coulter is very easy to take out, just like that. It clips in, back into the coulter, and just a simple clip shuts it up. Depth control is also very simple. We've got a range of 9 different holes here. Middle is for wheat, barley or oats, which is 40mm. Middle back is for rape, cover crops or grass seed. Middle front is for peas or beans. The hydraulic system is a closed line system, so we have a left and a right hand side. We've got 3 taps at the front of the machine that turn off the left and the right, and then we've got a bottom tap that shuts off the bottom of the rod. This is what creates our pressure, and if you hit a stone or anything, it then goes back to the accumulator, so it's quick to react and back in the ground. Here we have our 2 press wheels that you can spec on a GD drill. We have our standard pneumatic tyre with a Kevlar belt in it, and we also have our airless tyre. This comes down to customer choice and soil conditions. At the rear of the machine, we have our hydraulic fan. This also has a built-in oil cooler. The oil cooler cools the back end oil of the tractor, then the hot air is sucked into the fan, and then we blow hot air down these pipes. So when drilling combination mixes with fertiliser, it stops any sticking. When it comes to metering units, this is based on an accord, but it's 25% bigger, so we can get volume of seed through the machine at high seed rate. Another benefit to this metering unit is it's fully stainless steel, and when it comes to grain and fertiliser machines, it doesn't matter whether you put grain in one bin or the other. This is our integral hopper, which is 250 kilo capacity. It's got an accord metering unit on the bottom, and then it's got our drop box, which we drop the seed into this box, down into the pipe, and then it's fed into the main metering unit of our system. For calibration wise, you simply just pull a flap, open the door, and calibrate into a bucket. As you can see here, we're lifting a flap of soil, placing the seed between, and just gently rolling it shut. This gives us very good slot closure. Once the GD coulter has been through the ground, this is what you're left with. We've lifted the flap of soil, we've tucked the seed underneath, and we've just gently rolled it back down. This is a good example of how little soil we have moved. We've lifted the flap of soil here, we've placed the seed, and then we've just gently rolled it back down, and any cover crop that was left is still in place.